Is B.S. Yediyurappa about to be replaced as the Chief Minister of Karnataka? The Chief Minister himself seems to have indicated that what happens in the next few days is not in anyone's control except the BJP High Command in Delhi. Amidst a sea of support, the Lingayat strongman has indicated that he has no information about his exit, but he will follow whatever orders. He's put out a clear message that the BJP High Command is his boss, and if he is asked to quit, he will work for the party. Our Karnataka Bureau gets you this latest exclusive follow-up to a story we first began reporting on many months ago. Protests, influential spheres expressing solidarity, even opposition leaders offering support.
The way Yediyurappa ji is flexing his strength, it looks like the Delhi High Command is going to break sooner than the hold of Yediyurappa over here.
B.S. Yediyurappa is a popular man in Karnataka, and Mission Yexit, as seen in the last few days, won't be a walk in the park for the BJP. But the Karnataka Chief Minister is helping his party settle the dust. After putting out this tweet appealing to his supporters not to stage protests in his favour, Yediyurappa made it clear he will allow the High Command to seal his fate.
Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and JP Nadda have great respect and love for me. After anyone crosses 75, there will be no position for them in the party. But they have appreciated my work and let me work till I am 79 years old. My intention is to strengthen the party in state and bring the party back to par again. After 26 July, there is an event for completing 2 years in power. After that, whatever Nadda ji says will follow.
But even if Yediyurappa is truly okay with the High Command deciding his future as Karnataka Chief Minister, his aides are continuing to throw tantrums.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಂಧ್ರ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಜಗನ್ಮೋಹನ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರ ತಂದೆಯವರನ್ನ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆದಾಗ ಆಂಧ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಆಯಿತು, ಅದೇ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷನಾಗಿ ನಾನು ವಿನಂತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಪಕ್ಷದವರಿಗೆ. ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವ್ರನ್ನೇ ಮುಂದಿನ 2 ವರ್ಷ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ.
Sources have told India Today that Yediyurappa is now facing fire from the top leadership over the show of support, prompting that public appeal from the Chief Minister himself. Every step of the Chief Minister is being watched very closely. Yediyurappa's early morning puja has also got tongues wagging. Meanwhile, the Congress seems to be enjoying all the BJP Nataka over the Chief Minister, pitting the state unit against the High Command and siding with Yediyurappa.
This breaks the halo that is above Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Amit Shah, saying that they're invincible and they control the states. And it does look like their leadership and their strength is being tested to its brink in the state. And the way Yediyurappa ji is flexing his strength, it looks like the Delhi High Command is going to break sooner than the hold of Yediyurappa over here.
The party, however, seems confused on how to react to the massive Lingayat support that Yediyurappa has flaunted.
I don't blame Swamijis, because we politicians go to them, meet them, discuss with them, ask for their support. Quite naturally, they also have their right to say. They might have supported them, they might have blessed them, whatever may be.
It is very unfortunate for the most progressive state like Karnataka. Never in the history such a huge Swamiji had gathered to save the Chief Minister. They should gather to save the state of Karnataka, and they are losing the tradition of Karnataka after BJP took over.
With Nagarjun Dwarkanath and Nolan Pinto in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today. Now, over the past 2 days, B.S. Yediyurappa has been flexing his political muscle to send out a very strong message to the BJP High Command, something that may have gotten him into a bit of trouble because, as you can see here, the imagery was absolutely overt. On your screens right now, images of the Lingayat strongman Chief Minister meeting Lingayat seers from the Siddhaganga Mutt yesterday. Yediyurappa is also seen performing the Dhanavantri Havan in a bid to, his detractors say, cling to power. Thirdly, the influential Lingayat community standing with the embattled Chief Minister, holding protests in different parts of the state. He put out a tweet asking for such protests not to take place in disrespect to the High Command of the BJP, which he says any word from them will be obeyed immediately. And it is in that context that Yediyurappa's latest comment has added a new dimension. So far, he has said that he will follow any orders. This time, he says he will even work for the party. He's added a new layer. His perhaps his most direct comment so far on the question of his expected or rumored replacement very soon by the BJP High Command as Karnataka Chief Minister. Here's what he said just a couple of hours ago.
ಬರೋ 16 ವರ್ಷ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯನ್ನು ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತರಬೇಕು, ಸಂಘಟನೆಯನ್ನು ಬಲಪಡಿಸಬೇಕು. ಈ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಉದ್ದಗಲಕ್ಕೆ ಓಡಾಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಂಘಟನೆಯನ್ನು ಬಲಪಡಿಸಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ದಿವಸ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾವತ್ತು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವತ್ತು ಸಂಘಟನೆಯನ್ನು ಬಲಪಡಿಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರವಾಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾಳೆ ದಿವಸ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲೇನು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳಾಗಿದೆ, ರಸ್ತೆಗಳು, ರಾಜಕಾಲುವೆ ಇದೆ, ಅದರ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ನನ್ನ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿನಿಟ್ವರೆಗೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿಯವರು, ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರು, ಗೃಹ ಸಚಿವರು, ನಮ್ಮ ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವರು ಅವರೇನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸೂಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸೋದು.
Joining me live, Dr. Sandeep Shastri. He is National Coordinator with Lokniti and one of India's best-known political analysts. We also have Suraj Hegde of the Congress Party. In a moment, we'll also be joined by Vivek Reddy of the BJP. Suraj, I'd like to quickly come to you first before going to Dr. Sandeep Shastri. It's an unusual situation in Karnataka where it appears that the Chief Minister is embattled. There is a possibility that he will be replaced. He's just come out with a comment saying, whatever the High Command says, I will follow it. I will work for the party. Yesterday, we saw that big photo op with all the, the Lingayat seers as well. Interestingly, your party has also, in some ways, come out in support of the Chief Minister, Suraj. Interesting situation. How is it playing out?
No. See, that is actually wrong statement. Basically, there's nothing unusual about it because we have been seeing this happening again and again. This Operation Kamala started from Karnataka. And this whole, whatever government we are seeing today is formed because of that Operation Kamala. They're only doing this to cover up their charges of corruption and all the failures in COVID. They talk about dynastic politics. He's fighting for his son. What is this basically, and how does it all of a sudden, that Mutt people are coming, Swamijis are coming? This is all an orchestrated thing to divert attention from the real issues which Karnataka is facing.
Okay.
We are having a lot of issues like, COVID issues which we have faced. We had a very tough COVID times during the pandemic. Many people have died.
Okay.
And over and above that, corruption charges leveled by their own party members.
Okay.
Yatnalji and Vishwanathji and all of them have leveled major charges of corruption against them.
Okay, Suraj Hegde, you're basically saying that the BJP is trying to cover up stuff, but the BJP has so far not even acknowledged very directly that, a replacement is actually afoot. Vivek Reddy, can you throw any light on this? The Chief Minister of Karnataka has dropped a very big hint just now saying, I will work for the party if I'm asked to quit. Is the BJP in Karnataka and the government preparing for life after Yediyurappa?
Well, I think it is a decision to be taken by the High Command. But Yediyurappa, a senior party functionary, a leader of many decades, he has just followed the party discipline. And he has said, let the High Command decide. I remain ever a worker of the party. I don't know what fault Suraj Hegde can find with this simple thing.
Then if that is the case, why did all the Swamijis come and why were you trying to do
One at a time.
What
his
was the
leader,
statement he gave?
Suraj Agde's
One at a
Congress
time. Let Vivek finish, then I'll come back to you.
Congress leaders have already started shedding tears without the High Command, the BJP High Command giving any signal or a direction. The Congress High Command in Karnataka is saying Yediyurappa should not be removed. And Suraj Agde here is taking a different tack, saying there is coverage.
No, that
The
is...
Congress leaders have never said that.
This is actually
It is
true.
understandable.
This is one sec. Suraj Agde, this is
This is
actually
a hard
true. You know,
reality.
whether it is
You are
Priya.
trying to divert attention to Congress.
One second. I'll come back to the Congress BJP issue, but let's stay with the substantive issue. Just to wrap up that particular part of the argument, whether it is Congress leader MB Patil, whether it is Mr. Priyank Kharge, they've all appeared to be on Yediyurappa's side. Whether if it's a high command versus Yediyurappa issue, then even Congress leaders appear to be on Yediyurappa's side on this issue. But I want to bring in Dr. Sandeep Shastri on this. Dr. Shastri, we saw, very high voltage kind of muscle flexing yesterday with all the Lingayat seers, a very memorable image of, the chief minister sitting there amidst this big circle of Lingayat seers. Today he says, I will do whatever the party asks me to. I will work for the party if I am asked to quit. What do you think is going to happen, sir? What do you see happening now?
These are the typical tremors that you see in any transition. I think there is no shadow of doubt that there is a leadership transition happening sooner or later in Karnataka. And I think today the Chief Minister's statement is a clear acknowledgement of the fact that there is going to be a transition. I think what has been happening in the last few days is people taking positions, people bargaining, people negotiating. Let's remember, this is a very unique situation. This is not a situation which BJP faces in other states. Here, while the High Command seems to be able to have its way, it cannot ignore the local factors, the local leadership. The fact that Mr. Yediyurappa has remained chief minister, even though he has crossed the age barrier, is an indication of that. So I think what's happening in Karnataka is the High Command is trying to ensure a smooth transition. The High Command would like its choice to be the chief minister of the state.
Yes.
Even as it wants to do that, it wants to make sure that there is no collateral damage that will be created by the existing chief minister as he moves out. So I think there is this negotiation, saber rattling that happens in any transition. People trying to make their point, people trying to show their importance, group trying to emphasize how critical they are. And all these are what I would call political pressure tactics to ensure that in this process of transition, we get the best deal out of this.
Vivek Reddy, that's a very important point by someone who, someone of Dr. Sandeep Shastri's wisdom. He says the fact that there is a transition afoot is beyond doubt. Whether it happens today, tomorrow, in a few days from now is not the question. The question is about who is getting what kind of deal is everyone getting, the small nuts and bolts of ironing out so that the transition can be as smooth as possible. Whether the transition is happening or not is beyond doubt, Vivek.
Well, I think
the exit is going to happen, says Sandeep Shastri.
This final decision is by the High Command. That's the one-pointer answer to what you're saying, Shiv. The other issue is regarding jostling for power. I don't think in the present atmosphere where the High Command and under the leadership of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah and the JP Nadda and under the present discipline within the party, I don't think any amount of this jostling, or if anybody tries to do it also, I don't think anybody is trying to do it, but if anybody tries to do it also, I don't think any of this is going to work out.
You've got some of your MLAs who've come to Delhi to meet with the High Command. You've got certain government ministers who've been taking pot shots at Yediyurappa. There clearly appears to be uncertainty within the government and BJP ranks in Karnataka about where things are going to land and who the replacement of Mr. Yediyurappa potentially will be, Vivek. That is the reality.
Well, I think the Chief Minister's answer to this is very clear, the clarification. It doesn't happen so easily in any other political party. Whether there is a transition of power or whether there is no transition of power, the Chief Minister has simply said that he abides by the decision of the High Command, having regard to the fact that though the limit is 75 years, they have relied upon him and they have trusted him till 79 years, well beyond the age limit. Well, he has indicated all these things very clearly.
Okay.
Whether this is a pointer to the transition is a later question.
Okay.
And whether anybody will be allowed to jostle for power, I don't think that's possible.
Okay, Suraj, to quickly bring you in, because there is a there is a history. Many of our viewers may not know, but there is a history to the Lingayat vote in Karnataka. The Congress has seen the wrong end of the stick as far as alienating the Lingayat community in Karnataka, and that is very much at the heart of what's going on here as well. Is that one of the reasons, Suraj, that the Congress is being a little wary and not openly attacking the Chief Minister? Many of your prominent leaders are actually siding with Mr. Yediyurappa in this tug of war.
No, apart from a couple of them, nobody has sided, and the Congress stand is very clear. See, he had formed a party known as KJP. He had split the BJP, and what had happened in the earlier days, you can already recall. This is all in the history annals. More and more above that, Mr. Vivek Reddy was talking about his age. The day he was assuming office, he was almost 74 plus and almost reaching 75 plus. So what are they talking about age now? This is all, they're just trying to eyewash. They're trying to mislead the people of the state. They just want to cover up all the mistakes they've already done.
Okay.
There's a huge corruption charges against him. The courts have taken it into cognizance. And even the COVID situation, that the way they handled, the people know it and he also knows it. Vivek Reddy ji also knows what has happened in Karnataka. Why are they not revealing the number of deaths?
Vivek, you want to answer that? Vivek, you want to answer that?
Shiv, I think these are general allegations. I don't know why Suraj Jagde is resorting to this. One thing that Suraj Jagde must
Not
answer
general.
is,
Did he form
why
KJP
is
or no?
Congress shedding crocodile tears for the BJP's conditions,
Yeah.
for the BJP status in politics?
Okay.
You have to look at your own house. Please look at your own house.
Okay, no, but
We are not Vivek, we are not interfering in your
this
affairs.
is the only
We are not
reason.
interfering.
The only reason that the Congress is in this conversation is because they've said very interesting things, whether it is one or two leaders, MB Patil, Priyank Kharge, a few others.
Correct.
What they've said about
Crocodile
Yediyurappa
tears.
is very interesting. But I'd very much be interested in knowing what Dr. Shastri thinks about that. Dr. Shastri, given the Lingayat vote dynamic in Karnataka, are you surprised with the kind of cross-party support that Mr. Yediyurappa appears to be getting amidst all this upheaval?
So, if there are certain Congress leaders who have spoken in favor of Mr. Yediyurappa, I think there are all types of alliances that happen. These are Lingayat leaders who have made the point. They are defending their own small Lingayat bastions. They are also keeping in mind the next election they have to fight. And therefore, sometimes these cross-party alliances linked to caste come into play. And I think it is more a reflection of these leaders wanting to protect their own small political fiefdoms, which requires them to take such a stand. So I think we will have to see that from that perspective. And I think the point which both the spokespersons of the party make is very interesting.
Yeah.
The BJP spokesperson makes the important point that the high command of their party will take a call as to when a change happens. And he has conceded the point that in the case of Mr. Yediyurappa, they have set aside the rule of 75. In fact, to correct what our Congress spokesman said, Mr. Yediyurappa became chief minister after crossing the age of 75. So
That's
it was
right.
not before the age of 75.
That is right.
It was after the age of 75.
That is what I meant, sir.
So I think there are so many situations, there are so many dimensions, there are so many layers to this situation.
And there's also
that we
history.
We cannot take a unidimensional stand on it.
And one of the spokespersons invoked what had happened when Mr. Yediyurappa had quit the party the last time. It's always important, especially in such situations.
In fact,
it's
that's
always
the reason
useful.
why they are going so slow now.
Absolutely.
That's the reason why the High Command is
which is
treading
why-
very carefully. Because they do not want a repeat of what happened last time.
Correct. And to put that into perspective, let me play for our viewers a report on precisely what happened in 2013. How can one forget what happened that year? It was the year the BJP realized the real extent of the damage that Yediyurappa was capable of causing. In May of 2013, Yediyurappa broke away from the BJP amidst corruption allegations to form his own party, the KJP, that split the BJP's Lingayat vote bank. And like you just heard Dr. Sandeep Shastri say, that's the reason why things are taking time this time around it is never going to be easy to simply replace Mr. Yediyurappa. Take a look at what happened.
For many, B.S. Yediyurappa has always been the BJP mainstay in Karnataka. He is the undisputed leader of the single largest community in the state, the Lingayats. The Lingayats, comprising 17% of Karnataka's 6 crore plus population, helped the BJP secure 110 seats in the 224-member State Assembly in 2008. Their sole wish was to see Yediyurappa as the Chief Minister. However, the BJP government's involvement in corruption and sex scandal was a major reason why it lost a significant portion of its urban vote bank in the state in the 2013 polls. While one minister was accused of rape, 2 others were caught watching porn on the floor of the Legislative Assembly. Besides, a dozen ministers, including Yediyurappa, were accused of land grabbing, cheating and corruption. The result was an all-time low for the party image. Finally, in a major embarrassment to the BJP, B.S. Yediyurappa, who had quit the CM's post over corruption charges, was jailed in October 2011. This after the Lokayukta Special Court judge rejected his bail plea in 2 cases of illegal denotification of land in and around Bengaluru in return for monetary gains. Yediyurappa spent 25 days in prison before being released. Now he wanted his post back, but Advani was firm on dealing with corruption within the party to take on the Congress. Then, in December 2012, B.S. Yediyurappa walked away from the BJP after his plans to become Chief Minister or Party Chief were opposed by L.K. Advani. Advani and many others were gearing up towards the 2014 polls and did not want anybody to scuttle their anti-corruption crusade against the Congress nationally. 2013 polls changed everything for the BJP. The Congress came to power. Siddaramaiah became the Chief Minister and BJP was reduced to just 40 seats. BSY's KJP had secured 6 seats and damaged the BJP. It was time to bring Yediyurappa back into the party. The late Anant Kumar and others had objections to the return of Yediyurappa. They wanted an alliance with the KJP instead of a merger. Others were a bit skeptical about inducting the entire KJP into the BJP, since in some constituencies the fight had turned ugly. But bringing B.S. Yediyurappa into the party once again was of utmost importance, as Karnataka was the only state in South India where the BJP then hoped to perform decently in the 2014 general elections. It was for these reasons and the very survival of the party that the BJP brought back B.S. Yediyurappa.
And it wasn't just in 2013. B.S. Yediyurappa still holds big sway over the state's Lingayat vote. And those images you saw yesterday of him surrounded by the Lingayat seers in Karnataka was a very potent political message to the High Command and the electorate. Few know that this 4-time Karnataka Chief Minister started off as a secretary of the RSS. And while he may now be struggling for political survival as Chief Minister, he's already projecting his son as the inheritor of his powerful political legacy.
Chukanakere Siddhalingappa Yedurappa has been backbone of BJP in Karnataka for last 4 decades. He started off with being Karyavaha, or Secretary of the Sangh's Shikaripur unit in 1970. In 1972, he was elected to the Shikaripura town municipality and was also appointed as the president of the Taluk unit of the Janasangh. Yedurappa was first elected as MLA in 1983 and has since represented the Shikaripura constituency 6 times. He also was appointed as state BJP president in 1988. As MLA from BJP, he became chief minister 4 times till date. In 2013, he formed KJP and made sure BJP did not come to power by cutting large chunk of the party's votes. He later returned to BJP and took over as state party president. Now he fights the toughest battle of his political life. As rebellion grows against the chief minister, BSY is projecting his youngest son, BY Vijayendra, as his heir apparent. Yedurappa and his late wife Maitra Devi have 5 children: Padmavati, Aruna Devi, Uma Devi, BY Raghavendra, who is the BJP MP, and BY Vijayendra, who is currently BJP Karnataka Vice President. 45-year-old Vijayendra tried for Varuna constituency ticket but was denied by the BJP High Command in 2018 elections. But in recent by-elections in Karnataka, he was made in charge of KR-Pete, Sira and Maski constituency. BJP won 2 out of these 3 seats. The rebel MLAs have alleged Vijayendra's interference in governance, and that's one of the biggest reasons for the rebellion against Yedurappa.
Now, the big question, of course, is if Yedurappa is made to step down in the next few days, which leader could actually succeed him? Will it be a Lingayat leader, which is probable, or will it be someone from another community? We at India Today have drawn out a list of probable faces. This is linked to buzz on the ground and political grapevine there. Lakshman Savadi is the present Deputy Chief Minister. He's one of the faces doing the rounds. Murgesh Nirani is our current Cabinet Minister. His name is also doing the rounds. Basangauda Yatnal is a present MLA and a former Union Minister. Basavaraj Bommai is presently the Home Minister of Karnataka. His name is also perhaps in the reckoning. Now let's look at the non-Lingayat leaders who could possibly be in the reckoning. Much less likely given the political dynamics of Karnataka, but CN Ashwath Narayan, the popular Deputy Chief Minister, he's from the Vokkaliga community. Prahlad Joshi is from the Brahmin community. He's presently a Union Minister. Ishwarappa is another leader whose name has been doing the rounds for the last few weeks. Govind Karjol is from the Dalit community. He's a present Deputy Chief Minister. Sunil Kumar is also one of the persons. He's the present government's chief whip in the Vidhan Sauda, and he's a core RSS member as well. So all of these leaders' names are currently doing the rounds. If the Yexit becomes a reality, suspense and countdown continues. We will bring you the latest when it happens. Quick break here on 5 Live. Coming up next, the other big political